Hello and welcome back to the course on Management Information System. This unit is on Business Process Reengineering. What is Business Process Reengineering? Business Process Reengineering, or BPR, is a very critical and very important movement in organizations that began in the early 1990s. BPR is about adding value to the customer. It's about carefully and completely rethinking an organization's goals and processes. And it's about radically transforming the processes to achieve efficiencies and new, formerly unachieved goals. So BPR is not about small changes, it's about radical transformations to generate highly increased levels of efficiencies and effectiveness. So the primary benefits are, number one, you transform processes. And as a result, you reduce effort. 2, you eliminate steps. Apart from reducing effort, you reduce time. 3, you reduce materials and other costs. 4, you increase quality. And 5, you improve service. So reduced effort, reduced time, reduced cost, increased quality, and improved service. And there all could be other secondary benefits that are not available through traditional methods. Here's a simple example. Let's say you have a store, a shop, which has a single counter to attend to customers. Suppose the number of customers increases because business increases. But since there's only one counter, there's a limit to how much business you can do because there's so many customers, they stand in line, after a while they get fed up, they just go away. So that hampers your growth, business growth. So one way of redesigning your business is to increase the number of counters. So instead of having one sales counter, you have 10 sales counters. So customers can go to any one of the 10 counters. Okay? So you're continuing with the existing pattern of business, but increase the quantity. That's one way to do it. Another way to do it is to say, we won't have any more sales counters. Instead, you allow customers to walk in and pick their own products. So rather than having to serve them, customers serve themselves. The latter is an example of business process redesign. You completely rethought the process by which customers buy your products. Information technology is ideally suited for BPR. For instance, let's look at the second instance where customers walked into the store, they picked their own products off the shelves, then they can go to a self-service counter where they scan their own products, pay for it with cash or credit card, and walk away. So you don't need to have additional employees to serve them. So self-service is widely used for BPR. ATMs, for instance, rather than go to a bank branch, write out a slip, go to a teller counter and get money, you go to an ATM and serve yourself. You withdraw your own money. Okay? So these are different examples of business process redesign using IT. Here are some other examples. The traditional way, you go to buy a ticket, you go to a train ticket counter at the station. IT enabled, using business process reengineering, you buy it and book it online. Traditional way, bank cash counter. BPR way, ATM. Traditional way, handwritten letters sent through the post office. BPR way, email. Traditional stock trading at the stock market. Today we have electronic trading on your computer. Traditional stores where you have to go out of your home, go to the shop, buy and come home. Online stores where you order what you want online. Traditional payment using cash, or you can pay using a debit card. Traditional face-to-face meetings where people have to be present in the same room, or you can use video conferencing such as Skype or Google Hangouts where you can meet online. Traditional paper and pen examinations versus computer-based examinations. These are all different examples of business process redesign using IT. So let's talk a bit about how you implement BPR. Step number 1, You have to document the current process. How do you do things currently? Next, you measure the process in terms of satisfaction, in terms of effort, using customer feedback. Number 3, you follow the process and make modifications if required. Then you measure the performance of the process. Then you identify the areas that need improvement and implement changes. You measure the performance of the new process. So, gradually you keep transforming and changing the process. So, there are 2 overall strategies for BPR. One is technology-enabled engineering, and 2 is clean state redesigning. Let's look at technology-enabled engineering. With technology-enabled engineering, you use ready-made technology. Whatever is available off the shelf, use it. What are the benefits? Lower cost. Because it's available off the shelf, it doesn't have to be customized, probably mass market, relatively low cost. It reduces time taken to redesign and deploy the business process because you can use it right away. And the product itself, the technology itself, provides the objectives for the business process redesign because they tell you exactly what it can do. The second approach is clean state redesigning. Clean state redesigning, you start the process from scratch and you employ technology that is tailored to the organization. What are the benefits? The employees have a free hand in redesigning the business process. So they have ownership and they can design it customized to your organization's needs. And then you can revise and redesign it as your organization changes. And most critically, you can develop unique processes that provide your organization competitive advantages that no other organization has because this technology is developed uniquely for your organization's requirements. Now, what are the factors that determine success of a BPR effort? First of all, most important is top management commitment. Unless there's commitment right at the top, the CEO and vice presidents, BPR efforts are not likely to succeed because BPR transform the organizations. In order to transform the organizations, you need the go-ahead right from the top and the resources, monetary, personnel, and otherwise. Number 2, you need rigorous planning and you have to clearly define the scope of the project. If it's not defined, it'll go off track. Number 3, active involvement of the clients, customers, users in the design because only then will they accept it. They have ownership in it. Number 4, IT should be made an integral part of the process. Users have to be trained because you may have a great system, users don't know how to use it, the project fails. Finally, since there's likely to be a lot of resistance, there should be organizational change management, processes, training to address such issues. So that covers business process redesigning using IT.